12-7, 6-4. Again, these two teams separated by only 2 games, really. 8-2, 6-4 in the conference. This would be a big win if Babson can knock down the Cougars here today. Cougars in their road red. Babson in their home white. Starters for Babson will be Vaughn Foster, Alex Stoddard, Timmy Mulvey, Timmy O'Toole, and Nate Amato. There's Foster down low. Hand it off to Mulvey. And Mulvey will take it upstream. Starters for the Cougars: Isaiah Taylor, Bruce Santillis, Reed Newman, Jordan Richard, and Keikoa McArdle. Clark comes into this game on a 4-game winning streak as an unforced error as that pass back to Mulvey off the mark. Just slight miscommunication on where Mulvey was going to go. Clark has won his last 4 games, coming off a 77-62 win at Salve this past Wednesday night. Babson, meanwhile, has had their 3-game winning streak snapped this past Wednesday, falling 71-65 to the number 18 team in the country, WPI. There's another turnover, one for each side. Babson will get possession back, 0-0, about 50 seconds gone. 2 20-minute halves for you here on Flow Sports, coming at you from Babson Park, Massachusetts, borough of Wellesley. Speaking of Wellesley, home of Alex Stoddard. Takes it up court right now, has his shot blocked. The Williams underclassman came over here in his graduate year, playing in his hometown. Foster on McArdle down low. McArdle around Foster and able to get the layup for the first 2 points of the game. Mulvey to Amato. Amato swept the weekly awards in the NUMAC. Selected as the offensive and defensive player of the week this past Monday. Averaging 22.7 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2.7 steals. And there goes Timmy O'Toole for a quick layup, and we're tied at 2. Isaiah Taylor, he'll chuck one down for McArdle. He wants another 2, and he'll get it. Quick layup off the backboard, and that's 2 baskets for McArdle. Mulvey around Taylor. Mulvey able to break free, steps back behind the line, kicks it over that time for Stoddard. O'Toole, Amato, dangerous player, but Amato, 1 step too many, gets called with a travel. Ryan Fronheim, the freshman, will enter for Vaughn Foster. Ryan Fronheim came off the bench to provide a season-high 5 assists and 5 steals in Babson's loss to Clark back in early January. Here's a 3-pointer for Newman. Doesn't go. O'Toole, it's the defensive rebound. Babson will work it around up top. Stoddard, Fronheim. He had a big 3-pointer in the first half, the dying moments of the first half against Trinity. What was a huge win for Babson. There's a big 3-pointer. Amato gets the crowd on its feet. Derrick in for, or forgive me, that's Newman. Kicked out for Taylor. Taylor, pass along the baseline, was looking for McArdle, but that one off a Clark fingertip and out of bounds. O'Toole out, Lauder in. Fronheim will go to Timmy Mulvey. Freshman from Reading, Massachusetts, Mulvey. Graduated from the Brooks School. Mulvey will step in. He wants a three, and he's got it. 2 threes for Babson. And just like that, they're up 4. Newman, Taylor, Richard. Back to Taylor. 3-pointer off the rim. Amato the rebound. Up ahead for Frauenheim. Frauenheim cuts into the middle. Pulls back, will find Mulvey behind the arc. He'll step inside, pulls up, slides, and that's going to be a trap. Frauenheim out, David Cross subs in for Babson. Bulu was safety, forgive me. Bulu was safety, John, on that foul. David Cross will step in, down low. Trying to go around Santillis from the baseline, keeps it in. Desperation pass for O'Toole, and then a foul is called on Calabrese. Thought he made a great play to make O'Toole lose possession. Clark was taking it the other way. Coach Tyler Sims for the Cougars pleading his case to the side referee. It's going to be the first foul for Ian Calabrese, senior from Simsbury, Connecticut. Cloman, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Beavers to work with. Back for Jeremiah Paul. O'Toole lays in a pick. Paul back for Felix Cloman. He'll step inside. Float one up off the back of the rim. Defensive rebound for Pridgeon. Quentin Pridgeon. Fakes going backwards. Keeps the charge going. Gets around Cross and his layup up and in. Wanted a and one. Didn't get it. He thought he was fouled by Cross on his drive to the net. 14-12. These two teams all time in a series that dates all the way back. There's a foul on Paul. In a series that dates all the way back to 1934. These two teams have gone 42 and 41 all time. Babson with the advantage. You would expect a close game here today, especially given that this is the 3-team in Babson versus the 2-team in Clark. Paul will connect on his first free throw attempt. Paul rather, a .60% shooter, 7 of 11 so far with that one this season. Sub in for Babson, brings Stoddard back into the game. Mulvey also in. Paul will connect on his second, makes both. Babson was leading on Wednesday night in the second half. Is this three-pointer, or a deep two rather, up and no good off the back of the rim. Cloman will pick up the defensive rebound. Babson was, like I said, leading, and then they got into some free throw shooting issues, just going 5 for 12 from the line on Wednesday night. That really led to WPI getting back into the game and then eventually taking over and winning. And it's good to see Babson so far. They've only missed one free throw. And there's an offensive foul. That's going to be on McArdle. Bench in the crowd here at Stocky Gymnasium on their feet. That's going to be the first foul on McArdle. Again, before he went out, he had 8 of the 10, still has 8 of the 12. Only 3 different scores for Clark so far. McArdle, the big one, a basket for Pridgeon and a basket for Santillis. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Babson. Stoddard, three-pointer, up and in. That is now the fourth different player for Babson with a three-pointer. Pass to McArdle was a last-minute pass. McArdle didn't see it to the last second, couldn't react in time. That goes out of bounds off of Stoddard. Six timeouts left for both teams. Nobody's called one yet. Head coach Stephen Brennan for Babson, head coach Tyler Sims. Clark now down 7. Just about halfway through this first half. Kick back out for Charlotte. Brings it inside. That ball ends up coming loose. Into the hands of Cross it goes. Stoddard over for Amato. Nate Amato will walk in. Skips around. Sends up an awkward shot, and it's in. Timeout called by Tyler Sims. Babson. Taking place specifically for Babson and Clark in today's game. More than 4,000 coaches will participate in this week-long event, which raises awareness and helps save lives from cancer by raising funds and encouraging people to educate themselves about cancer prevention, screening, and early detection. Unfortunately, I'm sure we all know someone who has succumbed to a disease of cancer. And there are many of them, and getting screened and tested and detecting it early is something we should all strive to do and educate ourselves and just staying healthy as much as we can. Jump ball down low that time. And it's going to go in favor of Clark. They'll get possession. Foster was the one for Babson who got tied up the ball, rather. Clark also made a basket. Well, I was telling you about the Suits and Sneakers event. This is a foul on Taylor as he storms to the hoop. That was a three-pointer for Bruce Santillis. A big three-pointer at that. His fifth point of the game. Third, fourth, and fifth points of the game. This will be the first personal foul for Mulvey. Taylor will make his first. Taylor 29 for 46 coming into this game. Will make both of those. Now the fourth difference score for Clark. Sent out Stoddard from all the way outside. Alex Stoddard has his second three-pointer. Five for 7. Babson is from beyond the three-point line. Clark looking for the quick answer, and they have one. It's Jordan Richard with his first 3 points of the game. Stoddard inside, excellent layup, draws the foul and makes the basket. Big play there from the graduate student from Wellesley. Alex Stoddard, 10.6 points, 3.2 rebounds. That's his average per game, is both ranking, along with Timmy Mulvey, in the top 10 in the NUMAC among three-pointers made. Already got 2 already, but here's Richard. He wants a second, and he's got one. Huge 2 3-pointers for Jordan Richard to make this a 4-point deficit. Just when Babson looked like they were willing to pull away here in the first half. Amato sneaks down to the baseline. His layup just a little bit too high. Defensive rebound for Clark. Brought up court by Santillis. Stops, then turns on the Jets down to the baseline. Runs out of real estate. Cloman got in his face, got in his way. Santillis had to send it back to Richard. Then it's over for Taylor. That's a deep 2. Clark's starting to get the scoring going for a few different players. Under 7 to play in the first half. Cloman to Amato. Great pass down to Amato, wide open. Amato with 9 points. Taylor steps inside. His layup is good. He's now got 6 points. 2 from the free throw line, and then 2 excellent, or I should say a deep 2, and then an excellent layup for Taylor. Mulvey will hand it to Stoddard. Over for Cloman. Cloman trying to work his way around Santillis. Breaks free and is able to set up a shot. That's in. Cloman has a 3 and a jumper. Lauder, Fraunheim about to check in for Babson. Looks like Christopher Clark about to check in for Clark, and there's Kyle Squires. A freshman from Kingston, Massachusetts, coming in off the bench. There's a big 3 for him. Cloman wants another 2. That one off the rim. 31-30 game. Those 3 3-pointers were huge for Clark. 2 of them for Jordan Richard, 1 for Kyle Squires. They keep the Cougars right in this game. Now here's Stoddard looking for another 3 off the back of the rim and out. Defensive rebound for Isaiah Taylor. Layup for Santillis, no good. McGardle gets the offensive rebound, but can't do much with it. Taken away by Cross. Up court, Cloman, back to Cross. Cuts inside on the baseline, reverse layup. Can't get around Taylor. Isaiah Taylor. Quick little bounce pass for McGardle, covered by O'Toole. McGardle around O'Toole. Gets around him, but can't finish the layoff. Wanted the foul. Looking at the ref, rolling his eyes. And a timeout called by Stephen Brennan, head coach Forks 2. That's been big. Points after turnover. Babson has had 9, Clark only 2. So Babson's really been the more damaging team when they do get turnovers. They make Clark pay for it. Clark has yet really had to make Babson pay on turnovers. But don't encourage them, because they will. Here's Amato out of the timeout. Fraunheim wants the 3 instead. Fakes it back to Amato. Gets a player to bite. That was Taylor. Or forgive me, that was Christopher Clark. Fresh in off the bench as well. Cloman fades away as he was losing his footing. Cloman now with 7. Graduate student from Ipswich, Massachusetts. Came over from Brown University. Graduated from the Pingree School. Excellent NEPSAC athletic program, the Pingree School. Amato going for Lauder. Huge block. That was sent on by John. And now down on the court is Cloman. That should be a foul on... Oh, that might be a foul on Cloman, not sure. Nope, it's on Fraunheim. His first personal. The team's 4th. Clark has 6 team fouls. Clark just keeps this one from being a backcourt violation. When I mean Clark, I mean Christopher Clark. For Clark. Taylor steps outside the arc, and his three is good. 33-33. What a big last 10 minutes Isaiah Taylor has had for the Cougars. Started with those two made free throws. A deep two, a layup, now a three-pointer. There's a turnover by Babson. Stoddard's pass for Amato off the mark. There's only been one lead change in this game. Clark has only led for 95 seconds. They're looking for the lead again, though, right now. John spins, layup, oh, in and out. Amato, the defensive rebound. Frauenheim. Kloman. Covered by Richard. Richard playing defensive, trying to poke the ball away. Kloman spins around Richard. His shot off the rim. Paul gets the rebound, resets the shot clock. Frauenheim from behind the line. A three off the rim. John, the rebound. Paul is down, favoring his left wrist. He's not moving it much at all. Still not really doing much with that left arm. Taylor in, Newman out for Clark. Richard trying to put Clark back up by three, and he does. Three different players with 8 points here in the first half for Clark. At one point, it was Keikoa McArdle who had 8 out of the first 10 for Clark. Now they've found some much-needed secondary scoring, and here's Kloman. His three off the rim. John barrels down court. Just about a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. But Clark can basically work this one down to just about the buzzer. Babson will get about a second and a half with possession after this. Foul, that's going to be on Babson, and going down to the court hard and favoring his midsection. I think that's Kloman. He's calling for help, but that's just to get himself back up onto his feet. He's making his way quickly over to the bench, and he's going to need some help, I think. Vaughn Foster will sub in for Kloman. So you got Paul, who's, again, I'm looking at him right now, and he had his hand open. Was wondering if maybe he had some finger issue, but now it looks like he's opening and closing the hand. He's still kind of favoring that left hand. So you got Paul, you got Kloman, who might be dealing with a little bit of injury heading into the second half. We'll see how that affects things. That free throw, no good. Gives a little bit more time for Amato, who almost put in a buzzer beat. At the end of that first half. Paul was awarded one, and I believe, if I'm correct, John for Clark was awarded one as well, and that's going to be a team foul for each team because those came after the buzzer to start the second half. So each team here in half number 2 will start with a team foul apiece, and that's going to be a second team foul for Clark, as there's a personal foul for Bruce Santillis. Oh, nope, sorry, Reed Newman. That'll be his first. Stoddard does not connect on that first attempt. Able to connect on the second, though. Isaiah Taylor. Sends that one over for Santillis, held by Newman. Newman trying to go for McArdle. Getting in the way as O'Toole gets fallen on. And that's going to be a foul on Clark. That's going to be Kekoa McArdle, who's been quieted, has not had any baskets since he was taken off when he had his 7th and 8th points in the first, what was that? I think the first 5-6 minutes of the game or so. McArdle now will pick up his 2nd foul. Clark able to get much more of their other players in rhythm since then. Speaking of, here comes one of them. It's Isaiah Taylor. He finished the first half with 9 points. That 3-pointer sent up from Richard, who had 2 3-pointers in the first half, does not connect. Mulvey sends that one over for Amato, was knocked to the court floor, trying to send a desperation pass back as he was knocked out of bounds, and that should be a foul on Santillis. So now that's 4 team fouls in the first minute and 10 seconds for Clark. We mentioned how in the last game Babson had on Wednesday, they had some shooting issues from the free throw line in the second half. Amato looking to make sure that does not happen here. He's got his 10th basket, or 10-point rather. And 11. First 2 from the free throw line for Amato. He ties this game up at 38 apiece. Back in the first half, Clark was shooting 60% from beyond the arc. Babson only 45.5. I say only 45.5. That's still a very good shooting percentage from beyond the arc. 5 for 11. Clark 6 for 10. Again, just about pretty even. Most of these stats were. Rebounds 14 to 13. Clark with the advantage. Offensive rebounds, Babson had 3. Clark had 2. Defensive rebounds, Clark had 10 or 12. Babson had 10. Assists, Babson had 6. Clark had 5. Turnovers, Clark had 10. Babson had 7. So it's a pretty even game down the line in terms of stats and in terms of score too. That's going to be a foul on David Cross. It'll be the team's 3rd for Babson. His 2nd personal. This one sent back to Santillis. Doesn't have the lane for the shot, so he has to kick it over for Taylor. Taylor tries to work inside. That one goes off of Kloman. Loose ball picked up by Taylor again eventually. Can send it back to Santillis. McArdle open down low. Great pass over from Bruce Santillis. McArdle has his first 2 since early in the first half. Again, where he had 8, though. Now he's got 10. Leads everybody for the Cougars. Amato ducks down the head, takes it inside, steps back, high layup, or I should say high shot off the backboard, falls in. Amato's got 13. Stoddard with 10. Kloman with 9. Those are your top 3 scorers for Babson. Deep 3 is in. Reed Newman. Newman's got his first 3 points of the game. And what big 3 points they are. Stoddard. His layup no go. O'Toole, excellent job to land in bounds and keep that pass in sequence alive. Stoddard, his 3-pointer off the rim. Another rebound for O'Toole. That's 2 offensive rebounds on this possession. A 3rd offensive rebound. That was Amato that time, and he put it in. Offensive rebounds ballooning. 6 now. Just a second ago, it was only 3. McArdle spins on the baseline, has that one ripped away. Good job there by Alex Stoddard. David Cross, he'll step back into the middle, over for Stoddard. Stoddard steps inside, spins around Newman, back to Cross. Cross for Cloman. Cloman on the baseline, has the ball flicked away. That one bounces off his knee, goes right to the hands of Stoddard. Sends it for Amato, only 10 seconds. Amato, fade away! Off the backboard and in! How does he do it? Babson up by 1. Amato now with 17, coming alive here in the second half. That one in and out for Cross, and then a foul is going to be called on John as the referee quiets the Babson bench. So that's going to go against O'Toole. Only his first personal. So offensive foul on O'Toole that time. Gives possession to Clark. Excellent drive by Quentin Pridgeon. Second basket for Pridgeon. There's a steal. Unable to put it home, though, was Taylor. Clark trying to go up by more than one possession, and they do so. Up by 5 on that three-pointer. The third for Jordan Richard. Is that a foul on Cross? Or is that a foul on Richard? I think that's going to be a foul on David Cross. A timeout looked to have been called as well. We'll listen in. We'll find out for sure. Or they might be discussing this. I still don't know what has been called. Either way, it's going to stay with Cross underneath. So, after all that, no foul. Babson ball. Beavers still down by 5. Need a big basket here in this possession. Amato. Sends one up off the high backboard and it falls in. Amato. He's got 19. 10 here in the second half, in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Foul down on the floor, away from the ball, non-shooting foul, and that's going to be on Cloman. 5th team foul, second personal for Felix. Richard. Pridgeon able to stay in bounds. Nope, he's out of bounds. Or is he? No, that's going to be a foul. I'm sorry. Pridgeon stayed in bounds, and a foul is called on Paul, I believe. It's going to be Paul's second personal. Team 6th. So both teams with 6 team fouls. Bonus on the horizon. Jumper off the rim. No good for Santillis. Worked around the world. Santillis for Richard. Another 3. Clark up by 6. Cross gets around Santillis. One dribble, maybe too many. Able to keep it as it got poked away. Wanting a jump ball call is Richard. And he's going to get the foul instead. Second personal for Jordan Richard. 4 3-pointers for Richard. This will be 2 more shots for Cross, 0 for 1 on his first 2. Well, that's now 1-1, of course, sorry. We're in the bonus, so that 1-1 no good. Taylor rather, kicks it back out. Three-pointer over for Pridgeon, up and in. Clark is in front by 9. 3 3-pointers in a row for Clark. Now here comes Taylor looking for the kill shot on the layup. Looks like he got the foul. It's going to be on Lauder. And with that, Stephen Brennan, head coach for... In fact, in the second, Clark has gone 4 for 5 on three-pointers. Babson 0 for 2. Clark shooting 80% from beyond the three-pointer line. 1-1 attempt. First one is good for Taylor, which is his first point of the second half. That one no go. That one out of bounds off of Lauder. Pridgeon, sophomore from Fitchburg, Massachusetts, able to lob a pass in to Bruce Santillis, the senior from Plainville. A lot of MA kids here on the Clark roster, as well as on the Babson roster as well. Quick little pass for Lauder. Big block by Quentin Pridgeon. Fraunheim looking for the turnover, just couldn't finish it off. It's Taylor. Taylor steps into Fraunheim. Who's that going to be on? I think they're going to call it on, Fraunheim. Thought they may have been calling that one on Taylor for a split second. And that'll be the third personal for Fraunheim. That'll be 2 shots for Taylor as Clark's in the bonus with now 8 team fouls. Again, once we hit 10, Clark will get an automatic 2 shots from the line. This is 1-1, and Taylor, after going 1 for 2 on the last one, makes his first. Clark now in front by 11. Make it 12. Babson, they need a 3. If not 1, they need at least 2. They need them not relatively quickly, but they want to stay. If they want to stay in this game, they're going to need some offense, and they're going to need it fast. And the way Clark has been rolling here in the second half, they are keen to keep steamrolling Babson and pull away. Amato, though, he's been hot for Babson, draws that foul, and that should be a shot from the free throw line. It will be. Calabrese will pick up his second. Calabrese will head to midcourt. Amato 2 for 2. Free throw attempts today. That one just in and out. So Amato was looking for his 20th point of the game there. Big steal by Cloman. Oh, just couldn't get the rebound, or I should say, couldn't get the dribble back around. Excellent job on the defensive side of the ball, nonetheless, though, by Felix Cloman. He's been excellent all season long for Babson, the graduate student who came over from Brown. Taylor. McArdle. Kekoa McArdle will hand the ball back for Calabrese. McArdle down low, draws the foul. 16 personal fouls for Babson in this game. Still pretty even with Clark. They have 14. McArdle's first does not go. Not double bonus yet, but these are 2 shots on the foul. Well, McArdle doesn't connect on the second. Amato. Have that one stopped. It's going to be the 3rd personal for Quayton Pridgeon. Amato's bid no good. Taylor down low has that one blocked. So stay with Clark underneath. Sent out Frauenheim will steal it away. Frauenheim will work it around, cuts into the middle, his layup just doesn't fall. And that one out of bounds. It'll stay with Babson. Newman will sub in. Frauenheim walks in, takes it underneath, trying to get the reverse layup, does not connect, taken the other way. It's Taylor. Taylor storms the hoop, does not get his shot to fall. Frauenheim up court. Taylor now. He's able to get around Frauenheim, drops a pass for John. That one will end up becoming a foul on Babson. It'll be the 3rd personal for Felix Kloman. Two shots for John. John has been held without any points so far today, but has been a pivotal factor in the offense for Clark. There he gets his first point. Teamed right now by Santillis and by Pridgeon. Frauenheim looking for the open man. Stoddard, the 3, overcooked over the rim. Isaiah Taylor, Santillis cuts inside, works around Amato, and it's a foul. I think that's going to be on Amato. It is. First personal for Amato. Personal foul total continues to climb. 17 for Babson. That one will connect. Second chance points on these offensive rebounds as well has been well in favor of Clark in this game. There's 2 put home by Santillis. He's now got 12. Taking this one up court is Timmy Mulvey. freshman from Reading, Massachusetts. Mulvey will draw that foul. This has become a very, very, very frequent foul free throw shooting second half. Both these teams still got plenty of timeouts. Clark has 5, Babson has 3, but there's really no need to slow the game down. We've had so many fouls, both these teams in the double bonus. Mulvey will make that one, which this slow pace, if anything, really benefits Babson, as they've been down for, I mean, what feels like 15 minutes now, but it's only been 7 minutes of game time where they've been down, and most of that, they were only down for a handful of points. It's now ballooned quite a bit. Well, still 8.5, and it came on the 64-48 possession, so the one right before those 2 free throws were put away. Richard able to keep that one in was Santillis. Pridgeon, Taylor, Santillis over to Richard. See it, Taylor, he'll hold. Taylor walks in, kicks it out for Richard. Dangerous from behind the three-point line. That's his 5th. It is now 17 points for Jordan Richard. The only 2 points he has not scored that were a three-pointer were 2 free throws. And speaking of, Babson will once again send a Clark player to the free throw line. It'll be the 4th personal for Fraunheim, and shooting will be Taylor. Taylor 5 for 6 on free throws today. Able to make that one. That one falls out, but the rebound goes to Clark. It's Pridgeon, back to Richard, back to Pridgeon, and what's called? Foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Babson, I believe. Not a foul, forgive me. Not sure what was the reason for that whistle. Nonetheless, it's still 15 seconds, now 10 seconds on the shot clock for Clark. Stepping inside with this one is Santillis. He'll float one up. That looked like it got deflected on its way through. But it'll go to Babson. Lead is 18 for Clark. Long pass for O'Toole. Wins it from McArdle. Over for Amato. 2 needed points. Amato has been the only player to get going here in the second half for Babson. One of the reasons why Clark has been able to shut down the Beavers. Or I should say, Clark has shut down just about most of the other players for Babson, which is why they've been able to run away with the score here in the second half. David Cross has a free throw, Vaughn Foster has a free throw, and Alex Stoddard has a free throw. Those are the only other 3 players with points here in the second half besides Nate Amato, who has put up 19 in the second half. Or I should say, forgive me, has put up 11 here in the second half. That free throw from Santillis up and good and extends the lead again. 69-52. Make it 70. Santillis has been excellent on free throws here in the second half. He's made all 4. Cross's bounce pass stolen by Taylor. Sends it over for John, who had that fantastic dunk earlier. Kicks it out for Richard. He's got 6 3-pointers. Six of 8 from beyond the arc is Jordan Richard. He's had 4 threes here in the second half. Taylor will pick up a first personal foul. Jared Flax into the game, and he'll take these 2 free throw shots. Just a little short for Flax there. Aiden Horan will sub in for Timmy O'Toole. Flax shot up and good. Make it the 5th different scorer for Babson here in the second half, but as mentioned, 4 of 5 of those players only with 1 point off a free throw. Not really the offensive plethora you would want, given the way given the way Babson was playing in the first half. They had 7 different scores, 3 of them with at least 8 points, 2 of them had 9. It's been a much different story here in the second, though. This will be Taylor. And the way this game started for Clark, again, it's kind of like a flip of the script where the first 8 minutes of the game, Clark was in it, but it was only because of McArdle. He was the only player really getting anything generated for Clark. And then after the first 8 minutes or so, the rest of the team really started to click for Clark. Here in the second half, it's kind of been the opposite story for Babson. They had in the first as Flax, or I should say that's Cloman, definitely gets fouled there as he's pulled backwards with 2 hands by Newman. Pridgeon will sub back in just a second. Cloman able to connect. 3-point play for Cloman. He's now got 12. Taylor continues to make moves to fake out Cross. Cross doesn't bite. Taylor finally has to do something. Gets around him. Excellent swat from Jordan Richard will find John on the layup. Are you kidding me? What a game that Jordan Richard is having. That ball just found its way in front of him. He knew he wasn't going to be able to do anything the way he was moving, the direction he was moving, so he just swatted it in the direction of John. John put it in for 2. There's Cloman with a 3. Cloman has his second 3-pointer, started the game with a 3-pointer. Cloman had 9 points back in the first half, now has 6 here, but oh no, that's 7 for Jordan Richard. Can you even let a pass go back to Jordan Richard right now? He has got the Midas touch. Cloman will sub out. Paul will sub in. Frauenheim in. Flax also out. Santillis, double team by Cross and Amato, able to get it to Pridgeon. Quentin Pridgeon. Over for Taylor. Isaiah Taylor. Will shuffle it down south towards the baseline. Taylor works it back up north and cuts it back down. Floats one up through traffic, and it's in. Isaiah Taylor. He's had a lot of free throws here in the second. Gets a jumper there. Now that time Richard could have sent up a three. Instead walked in, was trying to be a little more generous, passed the ball around, didn't work out. And there's a foul on Clark, 4:13 remaining. David Cross will get another 2 shots from the free throw line. Cross today, 1 for 3. Cross connects on the first. In for Babson will come Theo Lamb. Plays for Aiden Horan. Cross is shot up and in. Cross has now gone 2 for 5, or I should say 3 for 5. McArdle floats one, not able to fall in. Defensive rebound, grab by Lamb. Cross into the middle, over to Frauenheim, dishes it over for Paul for 3 off the rim. Foul is called. I think that's going to be a defensive rebound on Santillis, or I should say a defensive foul on Santillis, as he got the defensive rebound. Theo Lamb will get these 2 shots. Connects on the first. Theo Lamb will make his first free throw of the season on his first attempt and make his second. 2 for 2 on the season for Lamb. Santillis over for over for Taylor. Santillis, Frauenheim all up in his grill. Able to force the turnover. Lamb on the court floor, hands it to Frauenheim. Sends it over for Cross. Cross, a deep 3, falls in. 82-66. Maybe too little too late, but no reason to quit now. Timeout called by Babson. Lead is 16 for Clark. Quite the mountain to climb here with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Anything is possible, however. Again, special shout out to the Dighton Rehoboth Spartans, youth basketball team. It's grade 6 travel team, played here at halftime. Also should give a special mention that today is the 22nd annual Coaches versus Cancer Suits in Sneakers Week. Throughout the NCAA, where more than 4,000 coaches will participate in a week-long event to raise awareness and help save lives from cancer by raising funds and encouraging people to educate themselves about cancer prevention, screening, and early detection. It really does make a pivotal difference. So please, go see your doctor, get checkups, get your yearly physical, all of that, and get tested. It is so, so important. There's a three-pointer. Reed Newman. He's got his second of the game. He had one back in the first half. Cross. Back to Fraunheim. He wants a three as well. That one off the mark. Falls out of bounds. Paul out. Coming in will be Jojo Chalamo. Also in for Babson will be Max Prashothamon. Quentin Pridgeon up court. All alone with possession for the set. For a second was Newman. Newman back to Pridgeon. Santillis barrels into Lamb. Lamb, the big body, almost able to block the shot, but that one squeaks by him and will fall.